Hello everybody, Shinjo here, welcome back to the channel, and today I am going to be discussing loosely what happened in the Pokemon Presents, the Pokemon Direct, I don't remember what it was called, that happened last month. Now before I show this, there are going to be spoilers here. It's been fully revealed on the Pokemon website, but I just want to be safe than sorry. So, here are the spoilers. Pokemon Winds and Waves is going to be happening in 2027, and we got the 3 starter Pokemon. That's the main thing that I'm going to be discussing about here. So, going through each individual starter, we have Brout, which is a pure grass type. It's okay. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I don't think it may evolve into something good, but it's like a Rowlet in my mind. It looks like Rowlet, granted it's a different animal, but yeah, it's just Rowlet. We're gonna skip over you and go to Gekwa. Now, I will admit at first I wasn't really fond of Gekwa, but the more I see it move, the more I don't necessarily mind it. Normally I go for the water type starters, but this time I am not, at least for the moment, because mine is absolutely gonna be Pombon. The instant I saw this thing, I fell in love. And it's honestly crazy to think that it's been, I guess, 20 years or so since a fire type dog, because the last one is probably Houndoom. Unless you count Mega Houndoom as a new Pokemon, then it's only been like 10 years. But still, I love Pombon. He is the absolute pinnacle of stupid, no brain, no head, thoughts empty, whatever, no thoughts, head empty Pokemon that you could ever think of. I just really love him. And it's a little bit upsetting that he seems to be the fan favorite, because normally I like to go with the one that's not as well liked, I guess to say, but I don't necessarily mind as much. I mean, the little bit of hipster in me wants me to pick like Gekwa or even Brout, but at the same time, I just love Pombon. I love watching Blue's Clues back in the day, so a dog like this is right up my alley. I know the character from Blue's Clues isn't the dog same as this, but you know. Now, I don't know what to say for the secondary typings. If they get secondary typings, I feel like it's easy to say Brout is going to be a grass flying type. I feel like that's predictable to say, but I don't know if it actually will. I feel like it'd be more surprising if it's like a Rowlet situation where it becomes a grass ghost or a type like that isn't expected. I don't think there's any type combination with grass that hasn't been done. If it wasn't for that, I would say do something with that. But there's not really much to say off of its dex entry here. It just runs about energetically while photosynthesizing using the leaves on its brow. It's lively but also clumsy. I would say, if anything, I could maybe make a case for this being grass fighting. Granted, Chestnut exists, but it runs about energetically, and all I can see from that is a fighting type. Unless it becomes grass electric, that would be pretty sick. Now, as for Pombon, the area below its throat glows faintly with heat from its lungs, and it's very friendly. I don't know, there's really nothing to go off of here. I just hope that he stays on 4 legs, because if he goes on 2 legs, it might be Gekwa time. I would say, just for the sole fact that we don't have one, I'd be down for a fire fairy type. But I don't know. It really depends on what secondary inspiration that these mons have. Like every starter trio has a theme as well as the animal. So I don't know. For Gekwa, I feel like it's predictable to say water poison. It launches springy balls of water from its tail, very intelligent and maneuvers shrewdly while putting on airs. I think it would be really funny if Gekwa stays a pure water type. Because in other situations, take Hoenn for example. Blaziken and Swampert got secondary typings, Sceptile didn't. Okay, there's one gen situation. Another, well, I guess that's different. In Gen 5, Emboar is the only one with a secondary typing. And then Gen 6, everybody had a secondary typing. Gen 7, everybody had secondary typing. Gen 8, nobody had a secondary typing. And then Gen 9, Paldea, it's recent. They're all secondary because we have Quaquaval, which is water fighting, Meowscarada, which is grass dark, and Skeledirge, which is fire ghost. Unless Legend ZA. No, they're the same typings. No, wait. If we're taking the Legend ZA approach, the secondary typings of them were Grass, Fairy, Fire, Fighting, and Water Dragon. Funny enough, I can't remember where I saw this from. It may have been from Ace Trainer Liam's stream. That this may have been just a meme of some kind. But they said about how birds are closely related to dinosaurs, so Grass Dragon could make sense for that. And if they keep that type triangle from Legend ZA, then we could get Pombon being firefighting. I mean, if he stays on all four, I don't really care as much. But I know that people are going to be happy regardless of what happens to Pombon, I'm sure. So, my prediction, because I'm not going to make a separate video for this. My prediction is... My prediction is still that Pombon's going to be Fire Fairy. Then it's down to if Brout gets the fighting typing or Gekwa gets the fighting typing. I'm thinking Brout gets the fighting typing and then Gekwa gets the dragon typing. Because Water Gecko, it's kind of close to a lizard. Lizards, dragons. It kind of looks draconic in a way. I don't know. If they go with the Legend ZA secondary typings, that could be what it is. But they might not even do that. But that is going to be basically this video. I really just wanted to talk about the starters because I absolutely love Pombon, and let me know if Pombon is going to be your pick or if you're picking the other two. If you enjoyed, hit that like button down below, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Momentai.